So the subject is a dumbbell fly. Every once in a while we'll see somebody in one of our gyms exercising on their own. And I know what their intention is with the dumbbell fly, because everybody likes the front side of the chest to be firm and toned. But here, where the best chest recruitment would occur, there's very little load. Gravity's pulling the weight down the bones in my arm. Out here, where my pecs are really loaded nicely, I'll tell you what, inside of the shoulder, the rotator cuff and all the structural support muscles, they don't like that position at all. There's very little mechanical advantage. So where it's good, hard on the pecs, it's also really hard on the shoulder. And where it's easy on the shoulder and healthy, it's sort of easy on the pecs because there's no squeeze. So we much prefer, when we can, to put somebody on a cable crossover and be conservative in that load wide. So you can see when I face inward on the cable cross, I don't get anywhere close to that full load, and even if I did, the cables aren't pulling me that way. So we like this sort of motion with an isometric, and we can play with a little extra crossover. We can play with getting that isometric and raising up, raising down to hit the pec in different ways. Then as they get more confident in their shoulder, they don't mind the bigger stretch, then we can go here. But we never really take it out real wide. At least with a cable cross, you can see the cable's pulling still perpendicular to that arm. So that's good pec load even out there in this position. Whereas with the dumbbell fly, as I start to get that, boy, the shoulder really starts to bark for most people. And then in here, man, that's optimal load. Now for many people, these days they're stuck, they can't get into their gym yet. So they're stuck at home with some tubing. Finding a way to make that work, we take the same principle. So this position really loads that pec. I can play with it so I get a little load out, and as I come in, I can isometric on that other arm. So this pec has the tube pulling pretty hard. I add this to try to overcome it. I can play with angles. I can play with step. So I could be here, step and get that fly motion with some trunk demand as well. Really nice engagement of pec with core. But we've learned the hard way that with our clients' shoulders, we do not want them to be loaded out here with very much load, even with the tube or the cable in that position, but particularly dumbbells flat on your back, they're a thing of the past. Get your pec muscles activated, but do it in a safe way, be creative, and make sure you stay safe.